Chris Evans has announced he is leaving his role as a presenter on BBC Two's Top Gear after one series. He tweeted, "Stepping down from Top Gear. Gave it my best shot, but sometimes it's not enough. I feel like my standing aside is the single best thing I can now do to help the cause." His resignation comes after falling ratings for the show, which hit a series low on Sunday night, with an average of 1.9 million viewers. BBC News understands the remaining 5 presenters, Matt LeBlanc, Rory Reid, Chris Harris, Sabine Schmitz and Eddie Jordan, will return for the next series, which is due to begin filming in September. It is also believed Evans's decision to leave was his alone, and that he told the BBC last week that he was stepping down, saying he was not a good fit for the program. Evans joined Top Gear last June, after the departure of Jeremy Clarkson, Richard Hammond and James May. Clarkson was dropped from the show after he punched a producer following a row about the provision of food late at night while filming on location. Barry McCarthy, the original Top Gear stick, told the BBC, "It's sad for Chris, but personally I was expecting such an announcement. I wasn't expecting it this quickly, but I did think that Chris would step down from it." Chris is an enormously popular radio presenter and TV show host, but he hasn't quite gelled with this show. He's not really gelling with the viewers. It must be a little bit painful for him to receive this reaction from everybody, and I don't think he'd want to continue. I probably wouldn't want to continue if I was getting constant criticism either," added McCarthy. Vasos Alexander, sports presenter on Evans's radio show, said Evans had indicated on Monday morning that he was considering leaving. "I know that he was massively honored and privileged to work on Top Gear, and that statement is not just a statement," Alexander said. Evans texted me what he's written for his newspaper column, and he's described himself as a square peg in a round hole, and I think that pretty much sums it up." Alexander added, "He really put his heart and soul into it. For what it's worth, I thought it was a terrific program. The reception, which wasn't great at the start, has become better and better. I've been to a couple of the recordings. It seemed like a really happy team, a really professional team. I'm kind of surprised and kind of not." In a statement released via the BBC, Evans added, "I have never worked with a more committed and driven team than the team I have worked with over the last 12 months. I remain a huge fan of the show, always have been, always will be." Writing on Twitter, Evans said he would continue with his other BBC commitments, including presenting the BBC Radio 2 breakfast show. Mark Lindsay, director of BBC Studios, said, "Chris is stepping down from his duties on Top Gear. He says he gave it his best shot, doing everything he could to make the show a success. He firmly believes that the right people remain, on both the production team and presenting team, to take the show forward and make it the hit we want it to be."